Welcome to I'll Marry You, a podcast with me, Olivia Coleman, full of tips and tricks from the UK wedding scene, interviews with industry experts, and a whole lot of oversharing. I just messaged Cousin Elle, and all I said was, I want you to be totally honest with me. Am I one of your favourite people? And he immediately replied, and he just said yes. Then he said, are you in need of a confidence boost? And I just said, yeah, exactly that. That's really the only reason I asked. And he said, well, there you have it. Carry on. See, that's what you want. You want someone in your life that just gets you in the way that Cousin Elle gets me. I felt like that this morning. I just woke up and I was like feeling a bit blue. And I was like, oh, I was actually quite tempted to go onto my Instagram and just ask people, you know, if they like me. Or just like, I was like, can someone write a review, please? Because I just feel like I need a bit of a boost. Not terrible. I didn't, because obviously I would be picked on mercilessly by myself and others. How are you? I'm really sorry. I feel like we've dropped the ball, producer Drew and I. We've dropped the ball. We've both got new babies. And I think it was too ambitious to believe that we could put on the podcast to, frankly, the incredibly high standard that it has been to date with two new babies. And we both got older kids as well. So it's a lot. And I know I've said to you before that we're going to end the season early, but we are. We're going to have this episode this week and an episode next week. And then we're out for the foreseeable. I would like to think that I will be back, that we will be back at some point, because I just love doing it. And for some reason you still love listening, which is wonderful. So hopefully we'll be back. But yes, it's you know, I'm filming this introduction in my car because I'm 5 minutes early for the pickup at school. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's only so much personal life that it borders. We're going from charming to just pure unprofessionalism. And I'm aware of that. So I'm gonna cut it off while I still have some listeners. So this week's episode is the second part of Interview with Industry Expert with the gorgeous Michelle from Lily Francis Bridal, who we spoke to last time on the show, and she is great, and she came up with some real good insights. And when I was listening to the episode with her, part one, fascinating, and that she literally was like, all I've ever wanted to do is work in weddings. All I ever wanted to do. And I feel like these days, regardless of what the industry is or the path that you've taken is, you don't often hear that. You don't often hear people be like, I always wanted to be a footballer and now I'm a footballer. I always wanted to be a librarian. Well, no one says that, do they? But, you know, do you know what I mean? I feel like that's very commendable, no matter what it is, to say this is what I want to be and then be it. Lola, my 5-year-old, wants to be a gymnastics teacher, but I mean, bless her, she's not built for it. She's not got the thighs for it all. So we're going to have to hone that dream, pull that one in a bit. Anyway, enjoy part two of an interview with an industry expert, Michelle from Lily Francis Bridal. And I promise you we'll be back next week for our closing episode. Love ya. I feel like the whole notion of, I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole notion of fashion because I watched that Vogue documentary the other day, I think I'm fucking Anna Wintour. But with wedding dresses, it's gone from like, you go to a boutique with your mum and your granny and you have a cup of tea and you get a dress with loads of frou-frous. It's gone. It's completely changed. People don't want that anymore, do they? It is all about sustainability. But explain to me what that actually means with wedding dresses.
I mean, I think it depends where you are in the country, actually, and in the market, I suppose, as well. I think I'm definitely getting people who are much more about, I don't want a new dress to be made for me. I will just take what is on the rail. Because obviously, like, you know, dresses are made abroad. It's just like, you know, because that's where the fabric is. So you have to think you're going to have like all the transportation to get it over here, the effects of that on the environment, and then obviously
surely some of them are made in the UK.
Not really. There is a very few. I know there's definitely one place in Wales that makes, like, one designer that makes them in Wales, but that's the only one I really know of.
Wow, that's mad. I didn't
because
know
of the
that.
fabric, right? Yeah, because of the fabric. It's all in like it's in other countries, and so you're not going to transport massive rolls of fabric over every time. So
No,
yeah, loads
okay,
of
no,
them are
that does
made.
make sense, yeah. So is that what it
And
is then? It's
also,
not it's about the travelling and the fabric and the air miles?
but also, so many dresses are wasted to like go to landfill or just get like nothing happens to them because like I was saying about the dresses discontinue, right? I know of a shop who has over 100 dresses just in a storage container, and they're like
No.
because they've got no space left in the shop, and their designers are just saying they have to order more, and they're discontinued anyway, so they're just like having to put them into storage. And those dresses at the end of they're going to go to landfill, aren't they? Like there's nothing else they're going to do, are they? So like you can't sell them from a storage container. So
I'd buy 'em. Oh my god, I would
yeah, I
literally
know.
when I was younger and I lived a life that meant that I went to, like, balls and, like, farming,
Yeah.
social occasions, yeah, all that bollocks, and we had, like, charity balls and stuff at school, and
Mm,
I would have more nice gowns than I would pairs of jeans because to me, that was like my art, and I would display them all across my room. I would hang them up. My
nice.
dad used to go ape shit at me because I would put, holes in all of my walls and hang all my dresses
Yeah.
up. I would do that now. I would buy if I could buy a gorgeous wedding dress for 40, 50 quid, I would.
So
100%. Send them over, I'll have them.
where is your wedding dress now?
Well, that's not the point. The point is
Yeah.
that my wedding
That's
dress
like
was it was hung up at my parents' house, in my bedroom at my parents' house, and then my mum got so sick and tired of me not getting it cleaned for 7 years that she
yeah.
then put it into a storage box above my
Yeah.
wardrobe. I will admit
Yeah.
that. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But I get it out for an airing every Mother's Day.
That's nice though. It's nice it gets to see the light.
Yes.
But that is
Come
like
out, child.
but yeah, that's I guess that people are just more conscious about, well, if I may as well just have this one. And also, actually, I also think, to be honest with you, that the emphasis on the dress has gone a little bit. Like, I don't know about when you got married, was
Oh,
everyone
do
like, oh,
you?
what's your dress like? Straight away, like, what is your dress like? It's the one question they always ask, right?
Mm.
Yeah. But now, like, I think brides are much more, when they're thinking about how they want to spend their money and where they want to spend it for their wedding, it's about making their wedding more of an event. So I think like more and personalized as well. So more money is being spent on like different food choices or entertainment, like different sort of venues, like quirky little things. And I think the emphasis on the dress has gone a little bit. Like I think it's not all about that
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe. And
Yeah,
also
which
it
isn't,
is I mean, people do say, like they do with the flowers, and like you say, with sustainability and the movement towards that in generally, not even just in weddings, people are reluctant to spend a lot of money on something
mm,
that they are is either gonna wilt the next day
yes,
or you're never gonna wear again.
yes, yeah,
People
exactly.
are reluctant to do that.
Whereas now they'll spend more money on like the videographer to capture the moments, or social content creator or whatever, to capture it.
Yeah, that I mean,
Mm.
yeah, that's an argument for another day. What I think they should be spending money on is their wedding dress and their celebrant. That is where the budget should go. Did you
Oh
have one
dear, but
wedding
yeah.
dress yourself, or did you have more?
No, I just had one. Did you have more?
Same. No, I had one. My
Yeah.
dad paid for it, and he was like, "Sweetheart, I'm not paying you the amount of money I'm paying for this fucking dress. You're gonna wear it every day of your life, babe. You're not gonna change on
Yeah.
the day itself." Fair enough. But
I just don't
now
think it was a
people
thing
wear
either,
2
was
or
it?
3.
Yeah. Mm, yeah. People like the different
People
look
wear
now.
party dresses.
Mm. Yeah, that's exactly actually what it is. It's about, like I was saying earlier, about people want their wedding to be more about them. So they're getting like live bands, like different sorts of music, and they want to be able to enjoy themselves. And that's what I get all the time. They're like, I want, like, we sell mini dresses actually, and they're really popular. And people are like, I just want to put this on with a pair of trainers so I can dance and enjoy myself. So
Yeah, I love
I think
that.
now people are much more about wanting to be in the moment and enjoy their wedding as opposed to the look of it as well.
So one thing that I am going to do if my husband and I make it to 10 years, we're going to have a party to celebrate. Probably
Nice.
not even a vow renewal, to be honest, because I don't trust any other celebrant apart from myself, but like a proper full on wedding reception. And there's two main reasons why I want this, not to renew my love with him. Actually, okay, three reasons. No, not about him. One is so that my daughters can be bridesmaids. Two is
Yeah,
so that I can have my friends Tux Fizz, who are a wedding band, but also many, many other musicians on the day,
yeah,
basically like
nice.
a variety performance. And then number three is because I want to wear a wedding dress again. I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fabulous. I want to wear a mini. I want to wear a gown. I'm going to have like
Mm.
5 costume changes.
Just keep like pulling a layer off to make the dress even shorter. Like,
Oh my god, yeah, love that.
yeah.
I think that's a little sloppy. But I just But these dresses, okay, so then this leads me into my next question. What is your argument against the high street stuff? Because again, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, when you got married and I got married, that wasn't an option. But now
Mm,
you can buy, I mean, obviously it's not going to be as good a quality as a dress, a made to order dress from a boutique. Everyone knows that. But you can get a really lovely dress on the high street for 200 quid. So how do
mm.
you compete with that?
Um, I don't actually. I mean, I say I don't. I Yeah, I don't really. I think if I want people to come into the shop and get a dress because they want to feel what they want, a nice dress and feel, and it's probably the only thing on the day as well that it's just for the bride. It's about her, right? Like, and she's
Yeah.
got to feel bloody amazing in that dress because you're gonna have your picture taken all day long. So that's kind of yeah. I think like you're right. The high street shops you can get nice dresses. They don't always have the structure in them. That's the thing I
Mhm.
think. So if if you want that tiny waist, you want to be corseted in or whatever. Or the boning in the bodice that will make your boobs look like they're sat still and all of that. You're not
Yeah,
going to
I'd
get
love
that
that.
in those dresses. Yeah,
Nothing I love
exactly.
more than a boning in the bodice. A boning in the bodice is actually the name of my
Yeah.
autobiography, so thanks for spilling the beans on that one. No, you're right, it's the
Yeah,
quality and it's the stuff you
it
don't
is.
see inside the dress, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, 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 and the layers, to give the shape, is that kind of thing is what you're not going to get from the high street. So, I mean, you know what it's like. You can't compete, right? And it's just a different market, different horses for different
Mhm.
courses, right? Like
But
it's
also,
just what it
what
is.
I think's so special about buying a wedding dress from a boutique, and it's something that I'm pretty sure I that you specialize in, is the experience. Like, it's a
Mm,
really
mm.
lovely thing. And also, you are in a business where a lot of, the wedding industry people are, but you are in a business, especially selling wedding dresses, that you really, as shallow as this might sound to some people, you really make people happy. You
Yeah,
women will come into your boutique and they might be insecure, they might not be very confident, they might have scars they
yeah.
want to hide, or they might have had kids and they want to hide their gunt. There's all these things that they want to, and you make them feel good. And that is, oh
Yeah,
my god, how lush is that? Like, that's what an honor.
yeah. That is exactly why people come in, isn't it? Because they want they don't. Most people come in because they're like really nervous and just unsure of what to do. So yeah, it's just kind of a lot of the
Yeah.
time it's guiding women through that process that it's okay to feel how you feel. Like a lot of people come in and apologize for stuff as well. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I've not shaved my legs, or I'm sorry that I've not done my weights this week, so my arms are a bit fat. And they all like honestly, people apologize for stuff all the time. I'm like, this is you, right? Like, you don't need to apologize to me,
Mm.
and we will find a
Us
dress which
women,
shows
we
you.
need we need to be reconditioned because it's just we are
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
Usually people say to me, I've not shaved my legs. So I'm like, do you want to look at mine? We can compare if you like.
Yeah, oh
Like,
my
it's not
god.
like that's so normal, right? Like, I'm like, just shave more than you wanted today. That would be great. But equally, you're in a long
Can
dress.
I ask
So
you a personal
whatever works.
question?
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Are we of a generation, or is it just me, where if we shave our legs, we only shave up to the knee?
Yes, you're right. Like, yeah, if you don't, and I never got this when I was a kid, but if you go into a salon, like and you have like a wax, there's an option for a half leg. And when I was like a teenager, I was like, why would you have an option just for a half leg? Totally get it now. Totally get it.
I've never in my life, ever, ever, ever in my 38 years shaved above the knee. What a soundbite for producer Drew. Right,
Oh,
I want you we probably could stop talking, but I don't want to because I am enjoying you so much. So,
oh,
I want you let's pretend, right, I'm walking into Lily Francis Bridal. Let's role
sure.
play this shit, okay?
Oh
"Hi,
gosh, yeah,
Michelle,
okay.
I'm your 10 a.m. appointment. My name's Olivia Coleman." "No, not that one. No, not that one."
Yeah.
"Go on, play role play."
Sorry, I apologize. I'm like waiting for you. Yeah. I would I literally the first thing I want to know, first off, I'm like, are you okay? Like how are you feeling? Because that's really important, right? I can gauge from that how you're feeling about this process. If you're nervous, I'll be your biggest cheerleader. If you're excited, I'm with you, I'm your hype girl. Right, let's put it out there. And then so I want to know how you're feeling. And then I want to know about your wedding. I want to know the whole lot about your wedding. Where is it? What's it like? What vibe are you going for? That's what I want to know. And then it makes it a little bit easier for them, me to picture what kind of dress would work with brides. So yeah, I ask that. And then I ask if they've got any inspiration. Like, have you thought about what sort of style you're looking for? Or is there any elements of a dress, like a sleeve or a V off sorry, a sweetheart neckline or a fitted dress, like any elements of a dress that they're really looking for as well. And then usually we ignore that because people come in thinking they want something and never
And
get it
then we
anyway.
ignore
So
everything they
yeah,
just said.
yeah. I mean, any of my brides listening, obviously that's not the case, but also my brides know that if you come in asking for one thing, about 90% chance you're going to walk out with the opposite. So, so
So
yeah,
I've walked in, you've asked me all these questions, which I'm loving, and also you're like me, you just bloody love weddings. So you're not
yeah.
only asking all this stuff for your own, service, you're asking it because you genuinely care and you're
Yeah,
excited and you
yeah.
wanna know about it, which I
I'm
think
invested. I want to
really
know what
important
sort
for
of food
any.
you're having, like what band are you
Yeah.
having? Like I want to know.
Yeah, I wanna know
Yeah.
everything. I wanna know everything.
Mm.
So I come in, are you be honest now, Michelle of
Mhm.
Lily Francis
Mm.
Bridal. If I walk in and you're lovely and you're asking me all these questions, are you on some level sizing me up? Are you looking at me and you're thinking, right, okay, she's trendy Wendy, she's got a tortoise shell glasses on, she's quite broad, her hips are oversized, she's clearly got some bingo rings going on, or are you visually sizing me up? Be honest.
Um, a little bit, yeah, but not in the sense that probably you're
Yeah.
thinking. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, she's a size whatever, or I'm definitely not looking at whether you've got bingo wings or anything. All I'm mostly looking at is like your body shape. Like, are you an
Yeah.
hourglass? Are you a triangle? Are you a pear? Like, what is your what is your body shape? Because then I'm thinking what kind of style dresses will work with your body shape. Not like the elements, like not thinking, oh, her arms are a bit big, so we'll get a sleeve. Like, definitely not that at all. It's more the shape of the dress on the shape of the body.
What's interesting actually, and this just came to me, is that you're from the majority of women, you are probably, as the boutique owner, you are probably the first person, the first time that these women have ever had a professional sort of style them like that, have ever had a
Yeah,
professional look at them. So actually, you could go your whole life being a pear shape and wearing something that you should only wear if you're an
yeah.
apple. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 exactly. And actually, like, I don't. It's quite. You don't want to say that to someone either, do you? Like, you're not really wearing the right clothes for you. And I don't do it like that. I let them choose the dresses they like, and what they think they want. But then I also will bring up a dress or two in the style that I think will work. And then I'll just point out bits like, actually, I feel like this neckline really elongates your neck, or it really makes your shoulders like look more in proportion with your hips. It's kind of that kind of thing, really. So I kind of soften the blow a little
What
bit,
do you
but
do if they love it and it looks bad on them? What do you do if it's just not a flattering cut for that person?
I say nothing at all. I tell them if I all I like all I want to know is, do you feel incredible? If they say yes, then that
You
is it,
can't do
right?
that.
That's
What
all
if
that
they look
matters.
awful?
But it's
No,
not
it's
about what you
not. It
look
matters
like.
how they look.
No, it doesn't.
It's
It
very
doesn't.
superficial thing, Michelle. It does. It doesn't matter how they feel. It matters how everyone else feels and how they look.
Do you think, when you got married, do you think your husband, oh, you put your dress on, don't you? Do you think he would know what your dress was like? Exactly. Like, do you think he ever looked at your dress?
What, as in, like, if you asked him to describe it now, would he be able
Yeah,
to describe
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Um, yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know.
Because you
He's
put it on. Like,
somewhat inept, but
I can tell
yeah.
you now, mine will have no idea what our wedding dress was like. And there's pictures on the wall, but he would have no idea because he's not looking at that either. He's like looking at your face. And if you feel incredible, your
Oh,
face
I
will
love
show that.
that.
And that's all he's looking at because he's also shitting himself that everyone's staring at him.
But
Like,
also at the
let's
same
be honest.
time, like you say, it does matter how you feel, as in,
Mm.
yeah, no, you're right. I've just talked myself into your point. Yeah, all right, whatever.
I also like, this is also a bit like, usually people bring people with them and if there was something maybe a bit critical to say, they will say it for me. I don't need to say it.
Yes, no, that's
So,
right. It's not your
yeah.
say, but I
No.
do know, and I will not mention names, and it's actually not long closed down, not because of this, just because it's been going a long time. But there is a wedding dress boutique not far from where I am that I know several brides that the woman in there has made cry. I mean,
Yeah.
several.
Mm,
And
I believe
I'll
it.
probably I'll tell you off. But she like they would I know one of my brides walked in and was like, "Oh, hi, I'd like to look at this, that, and that." And she was like, "No, oh no, darling, not with those hips, or not with your
Oh
height. Oh no,
gosh.
you want to try
Yeah.
this, try that, darling." And it's like it just it's not about you and your dress on a
No.
model. This is about someone's wedding day and how they feel.
Yeah,
You
exactly. Yeah. It's not my place, right? Like, you come to me
exactly. It's
just to
not.
get a wedding dress, so I will get you a wedding dress. Like, it's not my place to tell you that. But
Imagine if you went
yeah,
into like Fridays and you ordered a burger and they were like, "Oh, I don't know if you want a burger." "No, I really want a burger. I don't know if a burger's what you want."
yeah,
Shut up,
yeah.
Kevin. I want a burger.
I'm not that critical, but I've had some really critical people like people bring their guests, and I've had brides crying like from what guests their like family have said or whatever. Yeah, that's
You
tough.
watch all of the programs, all of the Say Yes to the Dress and all that.
Yeah, yeah, I do, but it's definitely not like that in in a shop. But
No,
yeah, but
good,
some people
okay.
are mean, aren't they? Like some people can be really
Oh,
cruel.
yeah.
So
Speaking logistically then, do hit me with your opening hours and your booking system for people
oh
listening
god,
who want to come to Lily Francis Bridal.
sure. So we do by appointment only, and that's really important actually for me and how we run with our brides. So you get exclusive use of the shop. So there's not everyone else looking at you, and which is a lot of brides come in like say really nervous
Nice.
and so it's
Yeah.
exclusive use. So it is appointment only, and you can head to our website where there's like an online booking, you can see our availability and things. And we tend to do we open late on a Thursday and we do Saturday and Sunday actually as well. So yeah, we do kind of a mixture of lots of different type of
And
appointments and
Sunday.
stuff. So yeah, Sunday, yeah. Because it's so
That's
popular,
God's
right?
day.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
shot
know.
on Mother's Day.
Oh, well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I've had a wedding every wedding anniversary of my own since I've been a celebrant. How do people have to pay for appointments?
No, no, not at ours. We don't pay. We don't charge. No, we don't. I mean, I think there is an option to do. You can do a VIP appointment, or I think what do we call it? Something else, a different type of appointment. But as a general rule, not really. No, people don't do that. They
And
just
how
get
long
like an
does each
appointment.
appointment last? And how long does it last? Sorry, and how many people, if you were bringing people, would you advise to bring?
Um, so our appointments are typically 90 minutes long. I mean, there's a bit of leeway in between. I do leave a gap. However, most people, to be honest, like kind of we can get it done in about an hour 15 as well. So
Mm.
yeah, 90 minutes is plenty long enough because it can be a lot. And what was your other question? Sorry, I totally forgot.
I know, I knew you'd forgotten it. I looked at your vacant facial expression. Um,
I'm so
how many
transparent, aren't
people?
I?
Yeah, I know. I'm like that. If my mouth doesn't tell you, my face will. How
Yeah.
many people would you suggest bringing along to the appointment?
I like 2. I think 2 is a nice number. Um, More than that, I think even that can be a lot, right? Because everyone, and I say this to
Mm.
everyone actually, whoever you bring is going to give you their opinion based on what they like. It's not actually what they like on you, it's what they like. So, if you
Yeah.
like a satin dress, or you're always going to choose a satin dress because you like it, but it doesn't actually necessarily mean it's good, better on them. So, yeah, I think you have to just bear that in mind when you choose people to come with you. But yeah, I think 2 is a good number. We can get up to about 4, but I think, yeah, 2 is usually quite a nice number. Also, as well, if you show too many
How?
people, right, there's no surprise, is there? It's
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly. Want as many people as
yeah,
possible to be surprised on the day. How
yeah.
popular are veils and trains these days?
Train. Everyone wants a train. Yeah, everyone wants a train, right?
Oh,
Did you? Yeah, did you not have a train?
I don't know. Well, what's a train and what's just a carriage? Do you
Like
know what I mean? I don't
the
know how
bit,
long it.
like the bit on the back of the dress, which like is just longer at the back. That's the train.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I didn't have small people holding it up
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. I think now people have them kind of medium length. Uh, But yeah, everyone. I think most dresses have trays. I don't really ever ask for them to be shortened because that is an option at our shop. Like you can, our designers are really good. Like they will alter bit. So if you wanted one without a train, like if you're having a beach wedding maybe or something, like you might choose not to have a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, most people they want that train. They want that picture, with the train behind them and a veil. Yeah,
Well,
I think I
as
sell a lot of veils.
as the celebrant, it's genuinely a consideration when they walk up the aisle that you've
Mm,
then got someone to fluff the train.
yeah. Most venues are good now, though. I think most venues have people to help them, don't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, you do have to think about it. And veils. Now,
Yeah.
I had my veil over the front of my face because I'm
Oh,
theatrical like that. And I had
amazing.
a church wedding, and
Nice.
I think in over 150 weddings I've done as a celebrant, I've probably had 2 or 3 that have had a veil over their face. It
Yeah.
is so rare.
Did you tell your now husband at the time that you were having it over your face? So did he know what to do?
Probably, I don't know. No, he didn't remove it, so he wouldn't have been surprised because I wanted to walk up the aisle to the song from The Sound of Music, you know?
Ah, nice.
Like the
Yeah.
church organs, and "Nobody solves a problem like Olivia." That's what I like, the magnitude, of my wedding day, like, he wouldn't have been surprised if I went up on a horse and carriage, but I walked up with my dad, and then
Yeah.
when I got to the end of the altar,
Ah,
my dad lifted my
okay.
train
No. Your
and
veil.
then
Yeah.
presented me like a prize pig at market.
I hope he got some good money for you. Like
Yes, good price.
yeah. I was yeah, not many people like the two-tier, like that's what it's like the technical term for the ones that've got the bit over the face. It's a two-tier veil. But mostly people don't put it over their face, they still have it behind them because of the look of it. Like it looks quite pretty, I think, the
Yeah.
two-tier. Um but yeah, I didn't. I wish I did because I would have loved to have seen my now husband like panic, like, what the hell do I do with this? Like, oh my God.
I
How do I
like a
juggle this?
birdcage veil. I
Do
love a birdcage
you?
veil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
I've
they out
never
now?
sold one ever. Never.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never
no,
sold
okay.
one. Yeah, sorry.
And what
Yeah.
about gloves? Are gloves in for 2026?
Um, they're probably
No.
more
Cape?
popular for last year. Cape. I've got a dress with a cape, and yeah, brides do like it. They do like a cape, like a long cape instead of a
I do
veil.
like.
Do you think that's
And
because you
do
see
you
weddings a
think?
lot though, and you
Yeah,
like things that are a
maybe.
bit
So
different?
maybe I just like
Mm,
something different. Yeah. Do you
yeah.
think that the not necessarily the designers designing the dress, but the brides picking the dress, do you think that they are quite influenced by the social media and the celebrity weddings and, who got married last year and what did they wear kind of vibe?
Yes, I think they are, but I think there's a very clear delay on like when that will become popular. So
Mm.
yeah, that I think I could definitely see there's about 6 to 12 months delay on when someone really popular wears a certain style of dress to when it comes into like onto the mainstream fashion. Um, yeah, because then obviously then all the designers jump on board with that, and then it gets plastered all over social media, and that's when people are like, oh,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I like that. However, this week for the first time, I had a bride come in saying that she loved a particular dress that we had, but she's seen so many people wearing ones that are similar. And she's like, actually, I don't want that anymore. I want to be different. And like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain dress, I don't know what it's called or who designs it, but I had 3 brides. 2 years ago, I had 3
Mm.
brides wearing the exact same dress, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
put me off.
Yeah. I went to a wedding where 2 of the brides had the same dress. Obviously, I just instantly spotted it. I knew exactly who it was, what dress it was, the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a bit of a
100%.
problem, but
Um,
mm,
well, but also it is for us because, we see them, don't we? Other people don't, like you
yeah.
say, other people don't go to that many bloody weddings, so
No. Yeah, true.
it's not a problem for
Yeah, yeah.
them. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I could honestly talk to you all day. I think you're so lovely. Do you still have your podcast? You were like, I'm not going to promote my podcast on your
Mm.
podcast, but darling, what is your podcast? Because I want to listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yes, we do. We recorded one series of 6 mini episodes, and it's basically me, a bridal hair and makeup artist, and a cake designer. So it's just the 3 of us girls drinking wine, really. That's what, and then we talk vaguely
Oh,
about
fantastic.
weddings. Yeah, it's called The Wedding Winers. So yeah, we did one series, and actually we're just recording a second series now. So yeah, it will be coming back. So yeah,
How
it's all good
exciting.
fun.
So
Yeah, I think so.
the Wedding Winers is
Yeah,
Michelle's podcast and Lily
yeah,
Francis Bridal. Is
that's
that
right.
all your socials and your website, Lily Francis Bridal? Or is you something
Yes,
fancy like
exactly. Yeah.
LFB Idol or something?
No,
Billy
no, it's the
Idol.
same everywhere. Lily Francis Bridal.
Um, I will let you go, my darling, because you've got a busy, busy day, but I have absolutely loved talking to you. I'm sorry for all the confusion at the beginning. Producer Drew was really cocking up the recording.
Oh, thank you so much for
um,
having me.
no, I've loved it, and I think would you allow me if I'm ever in the area? Can I come and try on dresses, even though I'm not getting married? Well, I'm having my vow
Yeah.
renewal, whatever, aren't I?
Why don't you just come and model for us? We're like always doing styled shoots. Come and be a model.
Oh my God, stop it! Don't be so silly as to suggest that I could be a model.
Of course you could.
The
Yeah.
mum model. The middle-aged
Yeah.
mum model.
Honestly, it's yours. Tell me when you're next in the area.
Oh my God, I love this. I'm going to make a trip. Thank you so much for chatting, my darling. It's been an absolute joy. Still in the car, still early for the school run. This week's RSVP. I had an email. Old school. Do you know I haven't had a letter in a long time? I've never had a letter, like a fan letter, just in life, apart from the government and the council, wanting money from me. It's always the way, isn't it? So I've had an email, and they want to remain anonymous. And she writes, "Hi, Olivia. My daughter turned me onto your podcast, and I have listened to an episode a day ever since, and I'm obsessed." That just gorge. So I feel like I know you. I feel like I know you, Anon. I do. She writes, "I'm getting married next year for the second time around, and I'm feeling very conscious about it. It's the first marriage for my future husband, and he says he's happy to do it any way I want, but I'm very aware that for my children, this is a second marriage. There's a little bit of tension around the whole thing, but I know that everyone just wants me to be happy, which almost makes me feel more pressure. What do you think about second marriages?" I mean, I'm planning my own already. You know what? I get it. I mean, I can't get it. I'm not going to pretend I can relate on a deep level, but I can only imagine. At the same time, they're absolutely right. You've got to do what you want to do. You've got to do what feels right and what feels comfortable. Don't feel pressure from your future husband. Take him at his word. If he's saying to you, do whatever you want, whether it's big or small, then take him at his word and believe him. Work out what you want to do, and then fuck them. The baby's waking up. Then just do it. If I was to get married again, I do think about it quite a lot. If I was to get married again, I would probably do something smaller, because the first wedding's the big traditional one, right? And then the next one I'd probably do like abroad, or like a really nice hotel or restaurant, but only sort of 40 people. I don't know. It would be different. So if you did a big thing, then do a small thing. I get that. Or if you did a small thing, do a big thing. Like, I do understand the need for it to be different. I do. But I think at the end of the day, whether it's your first, second, third, fourth or fifth Elizabeth Taylor marriage, you have to do what you want. Tractors going past. Perils of living in the countryside. I hope that helps, and congratulations. I'm glad you found happiness again. And when I'm at the point of planning my own second wedding, I'll give you a call. Thank you so much for listening. It really does mean the world. If you find this podcast even remotely helpful or moderately entertaining, share with all your friends and family. You can DM me any questions, queries, if you want to share any stories on the podcast Instagram at I'll Marry You Podcast. Get in touch. I want to hear all your tall tales. See you soon.
I'll Marry You is a podcast by Olivia Coleman. The music is Mr. Sunnyface by Wayne Jones, and the show is produced and edited by Drew Toynbee.